I come to you today with a warning. I just came out of the bank and I have a story for y'all. So if the last 2 years has not made you a little bit hesitant about, I say a little bit, like y'all, we should be a lot, just a lot hesitant about trusting government agencies, organizations, corporations, systems, etc. You've been in a coma. And so this is another one of those examples of how things that we've kind of just put our trust in, or just not really thought much about, maybe we shouldn't be as trusting, and you need to be a little bit more proactive about looking out for you and for your money and your things and all of that, because at the end of the day, these organizations and systems that you put your trust in every single day, they are not as solid as what you would like to think that they are. And if something goes wrong, unlike your hometown business, you're just gonna be out of luck, right? If someone came and bought something from me and something went wrong, I would go above and beyond, because I have to look at my customer in the face every day, because I'm going to directly answer to them. My business is going to be impacted by them, and I'm going to, and just because it's the right thing to do, like I would go above and beyond to make it right, to compensate for what went wrong. My customer would not be I wouldn't be like, oh, well, sucks for you. Have a nice day. So, and I'll just tell you, it's Regions, is the place that we've been banking. That may not be always the case. So if you have a bank that you love, who you've experienced them going above and beyond that in ways that you would not expect of a bank, let me know, because we might be shopping. Anyways, so here's what happened. About 10 months ago now, so that's how long we've been kind of trying to figure this out, I deposited 2 checks at the same time, right? Not an unusual thing. And one was from a consignment sale that I did, and it was a friend of mine who runs the consignment sale, so I knew the person who was writing me the check. And then I couldn't remember what the other one was from. Like, it could have been from my mom, it could have been from, like, who knows, it could have been from whatever, but I knew that I deposited 2 checks. And so one was for like 300 and something, and one was for $73.40. So I deposited both of these checks. I get a little receipt thing saying, yes, you deposited this total amount, yada yada, all was well. A little bit later, I get something in the mail from Regions saying, it has a picture of the 300 and something dollar check, the consignment sale check that I deposited, has that picture, and next to it, it has a fee of $15 and then a separate thing of $73.40. And it's making it look like they're both fees that I'm being charged because of insufficient funds. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I know there's not insufficient funds in the consignment sale account. Like, that didn't make any sense. So messaged my friend, she's like, no, there's not insufficient funds in there. I was like, I didn't think so. So fast forward, I go to the bank, and the manager was great. She was like, I'll refund the fees. I'm not sure exactly what all happened, but all I kept being told, the first person I talked to was like a teller person, and she said, she was just like, I'm sorry, but that's something that her bank told us, and so that's not us, it's not our fault, we didn't do it. They're telling you that you need to go figure it out with them. Because could anybody from my bank just call her bank and like talk about it? No. I had to go back and forth between Regions and her bank like 3 times in the same day. Talk about gas, y'all. And nobody was, it was nobody's fault. Like, nobody could figure out whose fault it was or what the issue was. So after 10 months, fast forward, one lady at Regions, bless her heart, did a whole bunch of digging for me over a couple of days' time. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Basically what happened was both banks screwed up. My bank scanned the same, because this is how it's done now. They scan a picture of your check, and that's the proof that they got your check. And so the teller at my bank scanned this picture of the same check twice, but both separate amounts went in. So the amount of $73.40 was attached to the picture of the $300 and something check. So they were like, whoops. And so they took the $73.40 back out of my account. So it wasn't a fee, they just took it back from me. And it was a screw up on the other bank's part, because instead of saying, giving the code for this is a duplicate check, they said insufficient funds. So they put the wrong code on it, and my bank scanned the same check twice and put the wrong amount on the second one. And you think, well, that's an unusual thing to happen, right? And it definitely is. I talked to an assistant manager today, and she was like, this is really a rare thing, because my question to her was, at this point, basically, if I couldn't find who that $73.40 came from, then I was just going to be out that money. And the bank's solution to solving my problem was, sorry, you're gonna have to figure it out. I feel like I've had to do a lot of the legwork, a lot. I've been back and forth several times, wasted a lot of time and a lot of gas to try to figure out, first of all, what in the world happened, and then second of all, how to fix it. And it was basically like, we messed up, and you're just gonna be out that money, sorry. Which is not okay with me. But then fortunately, I just got in the mail something from the hospital saying, hey, we gave you a check back in October for $73.40 that you never claimed. Would you like for us to send out another check? Would you like to claim that money? Or, you know, I was like, oh. Y'all, if it had been from a private person, I would have no way of like retracing that. Fortunately, it was from the hospital, so I am going to get another check and I will deposit it. But it still doesn't leave me as the consumer very trusting in the bank system, because it's not the first time I've been told by a bank that, like, basically if we screw up, you're screwed. Like, sorry. We may or may not admit wrongdoing, and if we were wrong, then you're out. We can't fix that for you, because the bank's never going to take a loss. You put your money in the bank, they're not doing you any favors. They're making money on your money, and then if they ever do something to mess you up, they are not going to compensate you for that whatsoever. And for those of you who are probably thinking, you're nuts if you thought they were going to do that. No, I didn't think they were going to do that. But how unfortunate is that we think we would expect that from a local business that we do business with. Like, you expect customer service, but when it comes to a big entity, you expect to be screwed over. Why is that? Is that the way it should be? I don't think so. Especially when you're making money on my money. Like, if I kept $73.40 from the bank for 10 months, best believe that I would be paying some serious interest on that money, because the bank's not going to go without theirs. But it's okay for me to not have $73.40 for the last 10 months. You think I'm going to get paid interest on that? No. You think I'm going to get compensated for all of the time and gas and frustration? No. Nope. And So what, an interest on $73.40, do you think that if the tables were flipped that I would be paying the piddly interest that they pay their customers for leaving money sit in account? Nope, I would be paying some serious interest. So all that said, I didn't tell you that just to like vent my story. I'm saying that to say, even though yes, that was a rare occurrence, I witnessed how easily something could be screwed up. Like, it's just a matter of, oops, I sent the wrong check through twice. I took a picture of the wrong check. That's it. So because they don't have a picture of the second check, there's no record. And as far as they're concerned, it didn't exist. And I was just gonna be out. Too bad, so sad. Sucks to be you. So when you are putting your money in the bank, understand they are not working for you. They are working for themselves. And whatever you put in the bank, be prepared to be without it. Be prepared for it to be gone. And I say that not to like panic you and you know, cause you anxiety. I say that because when we're aware of how fragile the system actually is, when we're aware of how easily a screw up can happen or how easily you can lose something, then you start to put things in place to avoid it. So for me, I don't know if I'll deposit 2 checks at the same time anymore. If you're a business, that might be really hard for you. Or if I do deposit more than 1 check, I will right then and there say, I want a picture of all the checks that were deposited just now. Yes, it will take that teller extra time, but it's not going to take her 10 months and a bunch of gas and frustration and time like that. So I've wasted a whole lot more time. I will waste 5 extra minutes of her time to ask right then and there to make sure that the job was done right so that it can be fixed right then and there. To say that my confidence has been shaken is a bit of an understatement. So, $73.40 might seem like a lot to some of you. It might seem like not so much to some of you. But either way, it's money that I've been without for the last 10 months, and I am super thankful. I am super thankful that it ended up being a check from the hospital and that they sent me a thing saying, hey, do you still want this money? Yes, I do. So I'm very fortunate, I'm thankful, but I'm also now a little bit more aware. So I'm making you more aware that if you are still somebody who is living in their happy little coma and trusting that like the bank works for you and loves you and the government is going to step in and take care of you and the government agencies are here for your benefit and you know that corporations love you and need you, like, honey, sweetheart, precious one, now is your time to wake up. Okay, so anyways, hope you're having a good day. I hope that you are not having bank struggles like I am having. And I hope that I've alerted you to something that will help you to be a proactive when you are depositing things. That you just, maybe you'll take that extra step and that won't happen to you. I did have the assistant manager tell me, well, this is a really rare thing, so it's not like this happens all the time. I'm sorry, is that supposed to be reassuring? Oh, it shouldn't happen to you all the time. Okay, just once in a while. Just fine. Perfect. That makes me feel a lot better. No, I will never just blindly deposit again. Ever. And my kids are throwing things at me. So yeah, anyways, word to the wise, that's my story for today. Stop blindly trusting big entities. Okay? Because they are not going to have your mom and pop customer service. They're not. It will not be made right. You will have to fix it, and it will be up to you to make it right, or you're just going to be out. So anyways, hope you're having a good day. Let me know if you have any doozy bank stories, or if you have a bank that really surprised you and went above and beyond for customer service in a way that we have learned to not expect from banks these days. So anyway, like I said, we might be shopping.